What's good, family? You are looking live at another episode of Special Delivery, and today we have the Concepts 1906 in the Hours and Days joint that's supposed to be like a kind of a remake of the Seal 999 from 2012. Let's unbox these joints first and get into the details, because yo, these joints are pretty fire. So let's open this thing on up, bruh. Bro, come on, man. Concepts be cooking. Y'all gotta admit. We've had a lot of concept shoes on here, man. I don't feel like they did us wrong yet, honestly. Like, look at these joints, dog. Come on. So obviously you got a ton of earthy tones on these joints. Like you can see over here on the lateral side of the shoe, there's a lot of different variations of brown and tan here on the overlays here. You got a nice suede material on the overlays, by the way, that just feels really nice to the touch. You go to the other side, you can kind of see that as well over here, with the same sort of earthy tones. But then you got this blue hit on the New Balance N, which, speaking of the N, you got the whole N lock system on the 1906, which is one of my favorite parts of this model in general. Like, the N lock is supposed to make it a little bit more of a secure fit for you. So I personally, I think I've seen too many 1906 pairs this year in 2024. Honestly, I think the market's a bit oversaturated, but this is one of the better colorways that I think we've seen so far of this shoe. As far as the underneath part goes, you got a lot of mesh here. Obviously, this is what comes with the 1906, but you can see this shoe has a little bit more of, I would call it flexibility than the other 1906 models that we have. There's not as many, I guess, chunky panels on this shoe. I would say you can see it feels like a little bit more streamlined. This is supposed to be a utility shoe, one that is perfect for running, which is what inspired this shoe. It's called the Hours and Days because of a runner who has run 160,000 miles for the last 49 years, which is pretty incredible. It's an incredible story that you guys should definitely check out. Shout out to Dion Point and Concepts for kind of nailing that down. But yeah, dog, this is a shoe that's really meant for you to run in, even though it's kind of stylish. You get two different laces with these joints. You get these kind of creamy joints right here that are a little bit thicker, and then you get the flat lace that comes in this green color right here. But the coolest part about this shoe for me, I think, is the insole, which I already pulled out because y'all know how I be struggling pulling the insole out. But you can see it has a topographic pattern on it, which is really cool. Something that, again, is inspired by that 2012 Seal 999. You can see the topographic patterns on that shoe as well as like there's Morse code on that shoe. It's inspired by the military shoes that they put together, and so that colorway it was something in 2012 that, like, you have to be a real New Balance nerd to kind of be into those, especially now these days. But like, I personally, like, that's a shoe back then I couldn't afford to get, but now I'm thinking about circling back for it because these joints right here are pretty fire. These retail for $170, so they were pretty expensive for a 1906. Like, generally you can get that model for around that like 140 to 160 price range, depending on who's dropping it, whether it's a collab or not. These joints right here, this is a shoe that, if you're into the 1906, which I know a lot of people are, especially for the whole energy midsole and just how comfortable this midsole generally is, like on the 860 V2, the 2002R, the 1906, like this midsole is a hit. Then I would definitely recommend this one for you. But otherwise, like, if you're like me, you got a little bit of 1906 fatigue, this might be one that you're willing to pass up on. But I'm telling y'all, dog, this colorway right here, this joint is this is it. This is it. So that's a wrap for this episode of Special Delivery. I'm your boy Sykes, and this is Concepts 1906 in that Hours and Days colorway. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.